Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. We're about to do a little bit of an experiment. I like to do these from time to time, especially with some gameplay, where we see how much longer it takes to defeat the new Alliance Quest mini-boss than it used to. And it used to take me about a minute and 15 seconds, but this is, of course, a new era. And Simula, shout out to Simula, along with others, have told me that in the higher difficulty maps, and this is just map 6, they need to extend the timers because it is pretty crazy. Now, I have not fought this Sandman before, but I am bringing in Falcon to do so. I feel like the PI for this boss is at least 10,000 higher than it used to be, and keep in mind, he's 57,240 because of the class disadvantage. He is 57,890 before that. Falcon continues to be my bread and butter. I am seriously thinking that he will be a big part of my next Ascension plans. And by big part, I mean the only part. Okay, so I like to hold block, dash back, and then go ham and see what happens. And you can see the damage is so impressive. Now, I don't want to push him to a special 3. That's where this gets a little complicated. And he is not wanting to fire a special. We've talked about how passive the AI can be. This is a good example of that. All right, now I can hold block again. 2, 3. Let's fire a special 2. And because he's still locked on... Okay, so it usually takes a minute to a minute 15. Falcon did not see a single change. In fact, even though the PI was much higher, Falcon, now given he is ascended, still took down Sandman in about a minute. In fact, 49 seconds was the duration. I'm not posting this as a big flex. People are going to roll their eyes that brag about being great players in this game because, quite frankly, map 6 is what the map 5 old used to look like. Pretty straightforward fights, but I will say, you can still get knocked out. You can still make some mistakes and have to use items or, I don't know, something. But in the meantime, I am proud to say that Falcon is a revelation for my roster. And going forward, I really do think I've got 2 champions that are ascended so far. And one of them is, of course, a skill champion. It's Nick Fury. But Falcon will be my next ascension. And part of me is tempted to do the impulse purchase of more Tier 2 Primordial Dust, but I just don't want to make it a habit considering that's $320 a month if you're going to do that, or at least $80 a week, plus tax, plus whatever the currency rates are in your country against the American dollar, which for so many is worse. And then you factor in the across the pond rate, which is not 1-to-1, and yet you often get charged as if it was 1-to-1. So even the across the pond people who are getting charged similar prices are still getting screwed over. And we've done videos on this channel over the past several years where Kabam blames the Google Play and Apple Store, and they blame Kabam because they say they set their prices. And they say, well, we might set the prices, but we don't set the exchange rates. And so are both right? No one's right. Usually the truth lies somewhere in the middle. But either way, Falcon is a must ascension at some point. Yes, he's available as a 7-star, but good luck getting him awakened or certainly a high sig anytime soon. Even my man Kickrocks, who's opened a lot of Falcons, still doesn't have anything close to a sig 200 for obvious reasons. So it's just a good strategy, and I like to show what I consider myself to be a very average person playing this game with a above average roster, showing off the benefits of Falcon. I've had people tell me, Prof, I recently max sig my Falcon and I ranked him up, and I just want to say thank you. And that means a lot to me because I am all about Team Falcon. I love Quake. I love Omega Red. Falcon might be my favorite champion in terms of just fun, especially with so many annoying defenders like MODOK and Overseer, etc. So for those of you watching who are Team Falcon, if you know, you know. And at the same time, I am honored to feature him in this video. Third Ascension, Team Falcon.